for our venerable house. Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
Thought you were speaking to me fast, and now, in the name of the moon, I will punish you. Oh god, that looks hard. No, my Zygarde. My little pony. Just wanted to win the Zygarde. Oh, my bad.
People keep asking me how Wanda beats the rest of these characters on these teams. I'll tell you a few of them, but I won't tell you all of them. The whole team gets blipped off the map. She knows the Phoenix Force better than Jean Grey does. They die. Dr. Fate don't want it. The Reverse Flash already seen God before. If Dr. Manhattan can do this, Wanda most certainly can. Both Green Lanterns are immediately cooked. He's powered by the Earth. What if there's no Earth? He's been defeated before, and he can get separated from his host. What happens if there's no host? Have you ever been to the White Hot Room? What if there's no Rage? And the rest of you too? You can think about your decisions in hell. People keep asking me how Wanda beats the...
Batman couldn't kill people even if he wanted to, because he went as far as to creating a highly advanced, super powerful, and strategic android named Failsafe to literally kill himself just in case he ever went rogue or turned evil. And when the Penguin was in the hospital dying from mercury poisoning, he killed himself and successfully framed Batman for doing it. And so as soon as word got out that Batman was a murderer, Failsafe was activated and it went on an absolute rampage, stopping at nothing to kill Batman, as that's literally all it's programmed to do. And what makes it so powerful, besides being built like a freaking tank, is that it literally knows everything that Bruce knows. So all of Bruce's weaknesses, all of his strong points, strategies, all of the Justice League's weaknesses, just everything. And in their first interaction, Failsafe snuck up on Bruce and absolutely destroyed him, countering every single move that Bruce threw at him. Bruce was actually forced to run away too because of how badly he was injured. He even admitted that he definitely would have died if he stayed in the fight. He couldn't even escape by himself either. He needed help from like 3 or 4 other Bat family members just so he could get away. And once he was safe, he resorted to triggering his alternate personality, the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, which is basically a more brutal and violent version of himself that is described as what happens to Batman when taking Bruce out of the equation. But Failsafe wasn't even fazed by this transformation at all. He completely demolished Bruce once again, to the point where Bruce couldn't even move because his bones were fractured, he had a concussion, and internally he was bleeding like crazy. And at that point it seemed as if it were over. Bruce was barely even conscious, and Failsafe was just about to deliver the finishing blow. But then out of nowhere, boom, Superman shows up, ready to put an end to Failsafe. So if you want to see what happens next, like and comment down below.
I ain't never seen nobody crack an egg with a spoon. What kind of shit is that?
What does it make a difference when I crack it with, motherfucker? I'll crack it with your big fucking black head, you black head motherfucker. Why is you worried about it?
I ain't never seen nobody crack a...
Told you just put on a clinic as to why his son should never defy his father. Exactly. Here we go. Stop button mashing, Megami. Counter. Stop right there. Web swing. Animal cruelty breathing. Oh, absolutely not. Wahoo! I'm done. Counter. How dare you, Rob? Tatsumaki said, check my leg. Go sit down. Stomp the yard breathing. Hey.
form. A-Town Stomp. Jesus! This man takes the rubber that flew up and starts flicking it at the Raymond Raven Rabbits. Him, her, him, her. Bodies, bodies, bodies! Ultra combo finish! Return to sender. Give me that. Bumba Clyde, let's talk about this. What did I do? Counter! What did I do? Hold this. Jesus Christ! Yo, this man is a maniac, bro. Why is he on me like this? Nani? I gotta get out of here. Jesus! Yo, Megami is running like he has 5 stars in GTA right now. How do you get a truck up that high? Time this right. Woohoo! Let's see you dodge midair. Nani? Weave. Tech roll. Hogwarts breathing second form. Gryffindor. Got a blast. Megami only has 1 chance for this attack to work. Ready? Go! Let's get it. He places the bunnies on the ground. Makes Toji miss that. He has to eat the blade, but he knows it's not critical. Gotcha! Crimson has a blade in the other hand. You're mine! Wait a minute. God, how is he so fast? I'm done. Toji has a realization. Toji ain't seen his son since he was a chick, so he thought this whole time he was fighting a random until he got close and locked eyes with him. So Toji asked him, "Boy, what's your name?" Megami said, Fushigudo? Toji said, I thought so. You're my son. K.O. And his eyes were white here, so he had full control. Self-destructive finish! Toji just put on
How do you best stay present? The first thing is to return to yourself, gain your breath, realize that you are breathing, take a deep breath in, and let it go. Everything is in one moment. One moment is in everything. So if you truly want to practice present moment, you have to have present awareness. The awareness of what you are doing, focus that 100% in that. So wherever you are, that's where you live. So take it one moment at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time. And the more you take it lightly, the more you are open up to everybody else. The less frustration you are, the more you will enjoy in the present moment. Present moment by itself is just like this. When I spin around, then yes, I know I spin around. When I pause, then I know I pause. When I stop, then I know I stop. So know yourself under any moment. I hope you truly practice self-awareness for yourself so that you can enjoy the life more. Keep it simple. Remain calm. Relax.
The courtyard and gardens surrounding the manor were once a point of pride for the diligent custodians I employed. Great banquets and lavish social affairs were hosted here under the stars. Despite the expectation of propriety normally ascribed to those in our position, we mocked the stoic melancholy of the moss-covered fountains and cherubic statues, our salacious trysts half hidden in the hedgerows, our morality slipping ever deeper into the mud.
And let it go, smile and keep it fresh. Buddha love you and so do I.
Soaked and sinking, These stone terraces and sprawling gardens were the site of long-forgotten revelry and well-remembered regret.
Did you watch any of these weirdly brutal animated shows? Here's what your favorite says about you. You like to break rules just to break them. It's getting subversive, maybe even a little punk rock, but definitely desensitized. You grew up laughing at horrifying, offensive garbage, and you hung out in the dark back alley forums, which has resulted in you basically being the creepy uncle of the internet. You're strangely wholesome for someone who enjoys loud, angry music, and I'm sensing you get the urge to become more of a historical facts lie. You wear a ton of black, but you also call the dog like 7 different nicknames in a baby voice, and you slap your knee at a good pun. You're artsy, creative, and absolutely zooted right now. This was something you would pair with a microwave burrito and some Pink Floyd at 2 a.m. and then wonder why you'd have nightmares all night, only to do it all over again 20 hours later. There's also a very good chance you either majored in or are intensely interested in philosophy and or art history. There's a layer of dust on your soul, and I'm not judging you, but I am concerned, so I'm gonna need you to level with me here. Have you brushed your teeth today? Is there dirt under your fingernails? Should we send someone to check on you? We're all a little crusty here, but there's a fine line, and you may have crossed it. You're the kind of person who makes their own fun, the kind of fun where you get hopped up on energy drinks and punch holes into the drywall. Your trauma is next level, and as a result, you've got a bunch of great stories and jokes to go with going on many emotional issues. You have all the existential questions and none of the answers. The light switch in your brain was turned on at a very early age, and you're still reeling from that experience to this day. You're extremely sarcastic and critical of pop culture, and absolutely everything makes you cringe. I also feel like claymation in general just kind of does something to permanently unsettle a person, but you liked it, you beautiful disaster. Did you watch any of these weirdly rude...
to aim. And a few years ago, I started my journey to become the best tablet player in Valorant.
No cap, the kids was real as hell, bro. Probably one of the realest people on Pitbull's side. Remember, this entire time, they have been freaking aimbotting Drake Spear and Pitbull for various reasons and laughing at it. Anytime this man is on this position, Pitbull already knew this position was an immediate sign you got to get it. I still find it hilarious that after using mid-battle, knowing what was going to happen. But Toolkits, this is the first time we ever seen a Pokemon say, hold on, now what it is. I'm gonna have to go rewatch them. Check. I don't think any other Pokemon or trainer ever came to Piplups this freaking fast. Lucky it would have been one thing, but this girl Toolkits sent the bad.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Your stuff is to get your move redirected back to you, and then scold it like a mom. I know Piplup was over there talking hella shit when seeing this, bro. It endured like 15 of these continuously. I know it was running his mouth. I like the fact that Toolkits actually stopped mid-match and said, hold on. Don't be out here throwing hands at my mans like that. I'll handle your ass for real. Look at that man get perplexed, bro. He didn't even know what was going on. He was so used to doing the shit. Toolkits was real as hell, bro. Probably one of the realest people on Pitbull's side. Remember, this entire time, they have been freaking aimbotting Draco Meteor and Pitbull for various reasons and laughing at it. Anytime this man assumed this position, Pitbull already knew it was his position was an immediate sign you got to get fucked up. I still find it hilarious that after using mid-battle, knowing what was going to happen. But Toolkits, this is the first time we ever seen a Pokemon say, hold on, not my mans. I'm gonna have to go check. I don't think any other Pokemon or trainer ever came to Piplup to this freaking fast. Lucky it would have been one thing, but this girl Toolkits sends it back with the most light-skinned slap out there.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Guard in the Ashiri observer. Located in Building 7, one of the first structures put up when RIP made the move from downtown Rochester to suburban Korea. The stairwell, designed by Filipino architect Rafael Nelson Algada, was built in 1968. And has been lovely RIT students ever since. Is it?
broken. Maintain the offensive.
I'm not like you. I don't regret who I am now. This video is probably one of the best depictions of solar punk. It's a future where we merge future technology with ecocentric values, and we thrive in harmony with nature. The combination of these words kind of immediately make you think of a cult. And why is that? The punk in both solar punk and cyberpunk refers to rebellion. Cyberpunk is against an oppressive techno-dystopia, and solar punk is against consumerism and capitalism, which is leading to the destruction of the planet. The solar is both literal and metaphorical. Literally, it represents solar and other renewable energies, and metaphorically, it's talking about this beacon of light in a dark cyberpunk world run by corporate interests. There are films and video games out there that fit the solar punk aesthetic, but they don't quite fit the true definition of solar punk when it comes to the social or cultural aspects. This video is probably one of the best depictions of solar punk. It's a future where we merge future technology with ecocentric values, and we thrive in harmony with nature. The combination of these words kind of immediately make you think of...
Yeah, I feel much better. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, and the more you practice yourself by waking up early, your mind becomes very sharp. You become very wise, and you learn to tolerate a lot of difficult things. And you learn to have patience for yourself and patience with others. Just like a guided meditation here, you know. Let's see. Say that there's nothing you have to do in meditation. Your true self will guide you. Just be within your awareness. There are you. There is a sense of body feelings, body sensation. So whatever happens in your moment of sitting, just kind of be aware of that. But you don't have to get involved. And any thought arises, you can take a look at it, you can acknowledge that is a thought. You can just put it aside and you can take care of it later. So, I think the big job for us during meditation is to recognize that I am not difficult. I am not this. I am not this. I am not but I am the awareness of this. Simply, we call it a state of conscious, state of knowing. So in theory, we all know that. But in practice, it doesn't go random like that, you guys. It just you let me right from your own people you like, people you don't like, it just hits you. It's a thought to another. So how do you overcome yourself? Don't let it bother you. Take it lightly. And no worries.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Take it lightly. The more you become easy with yourself and easy with others. Open up with yourself and open up with others. And now you can practice the deeper level of yourself by letting go. Letting go is one. And then
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
the present moment. And truly be happy within yourself. Without any expectation of the outside. That is my full mouth. I invite someone to hear this. Thank you
Press
so much.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
I hope my sharing helps you.
and I thought this might be one of the easier ones to make. After all, he's really just a big-bellied, monochromatic water wyvern with a weird face. Of course, I say this now, completely forgetting that the only thing I hate more than making hands is making wings, and as I slowly come to realize, Luigi has both. However, by the time I've reached that point, I'm too deep into the process to pivot. For now, though, I built his body out of aluminium-wrapped armature wire so I can start to bulk out the bottom with a few layers of clay. Once I've covered the majority of the shiny, dull gray clay, I can thicken up his torso and chest until he's got a top-tier head on, at which point I can cover the remaining aluminium and clay before getting to work on his head. I figured his head's going to be the most detailed part of the build, so we should probably make that first. I want to make as much of Luigi as possible before I make him, and by making the head first, I can comfortably grimace to myself without worrying about ruining any of the detail on his body. Also, by making the head first, it gives me ample opportunity to draw into his head or knock him into my camera, thus ruining the work I've already done. Luigi hasn't got a whole lot of detail to work with, and I didn't want to stray too far from the original design, so I made sure to keep his aerodynamic flexible intact, but because he's a bird, I thought I'd give his mouth a bit more of a beak-like appearance. I'll let you about the inside of his mouth so it's a bit more mouthy looking, before adding his great big soon-to-be eyebrows, into which I can add a couple of holes to fit some teeny tiny eyeballs. I can then poke and prod the clay around the eyeball to give his eye plenty of droopy eyelid. Now, before I add the finishing surface texture to Luigi's face, I will bulk out his neck, so I'll add lots of little wormy dealies and clay sausages, which will get blended in until his smooth noodle neck is extra wrinkly, at which point I can go back to the
Confidence
face and start
surges as the enemy crumbles.
until his face is nice and textured. I might add some extra thin blobs of clay between his beaks to make his bird cheeks, and then a couple more worms will get added to both the upper and the lower beak to build out his cut, which gives me somewhere to stick a bunch of non-bird appropriate teeth. With the teeth in place and the face finished, I can go back to the neck and thicken out the sides before adding lots of little wrinkly textures into the clay. I think that will keep my tools from scoring too deep and should be
A death by inches.
Luigi will have in place of feathers, since the idea of covering his entire body in a layer of feathers makes him a little
Eradicated.
His mind for melting and a couple holes in his sides for arm wings, which I'll fill with
Foolish
arched double
horrors.
wound wire that I'll then
Brought
bend
low
into
and
these
driven into the
semi-final
mud.
bows before adding the initial layer of clay. I don't want to make his arm wings yet, but I want to at least add the clay so I can make the connection between the arms and chest. Before I make the arms, though, I want to make his legs, which start out as little legs of aluminium wire wrapped in clay, then squished into some pre-poked hip holes, then blended in and bulked out until they're an appropriate size and thickness. To make his feet, I'll smoosh some flat blobs of clay onto the underside of the leg nub, then fold it back on itself to make sure there's plenty of clay-on-clay action, and then I'll pinch and pull the feet into the shape I want before cutting some teeny tiny toes into the tips. I'll then refine the shape of the toes as well as add some finer foot details before giving everything a smoothing and to hide the fingerprints and seams before coming back with a variety of tools to add whatever little surface details and textures I think either make sense for the shape or fill in otherwise boring flat surfaces. Luigi is, after all, a massive magic water-based bird monster, so rather than worry too much about anatomical correctness, I'm going with the rule of cool when it comes to adding the detail. Otherwise, once I've got the shape of his feet and tail figured out, I can give the entirety of his body a final pass with the cling foam and tool texturing technique to make sure that there's no boring, untextured sections left, before finally getting on to making his big, floppy finger wings, which I'll make by wrapping the tips of his arms in a thick layer of foil, then covering those in a nice thick layer of clay. I'll then bulk up the rest of the arm and blend it all in so it's one solid smooth limb, then I can roll out some chunky sausages to stick onto the tips of Luigi's flippers to create his horrifyingly oversized fingers. I'll add a bit of palmy detail to the palm and add some padding as well as thicken up the forearm since these hands have to weigh a ton before squishing some thin blobs of clay between the fingers to give the hands lots of webbing. I can then thicken up the rest of the palm and add the necessary lump of the wrist and below the fingers, and then once it's been blended in and smoothed out, I can move around the back of the hand and add some strategically placed little balls along the fingers.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Otherwise, that's the hands done, and so I can move on to the rest of the arm, adding some definition to the shoulder and the biceps, as well as making the muscle connect more neatly to his chest. I've not made any legendary Pokemon yet, and I thought this might be one of the easier ones to make after all.
Yo, why y'all playing such a contest there? Why you give a shit? I think we got
unforeseen, unforgiving.
Now look, it's simple. It's simple. See this? It's the king, man. Alright? He the man. You get the other dude's king, got the game. You're trying to get your king too. So you gotta protect him. And a king, he move one space.
The maddening whine of multitudinous wings abates. Let us hope that is the end of
He
things.
ain't got no hustle. The rest of these motherfuckers on the team, they got his back. They run so deep, you really ain't gotta do shit. Like your own. Yeah, like my own. You see this? It's the queen. She's smart, she fierce. Any way she want is fine, she want. And she is the go get shit done. Remind me of String. And this over here is the castle. Like the stash. Like this. Like this. Oh, stash don't move, man. Think how many times we move the stash house this week? Right? And every time we move the stash, we gotta move a little muscle with it, right? To protect it. True, be right. Alright, what about the little pieces right here? These right here, these are the pawns. They like the soldiers. Like this, one space forward only. Except when they fight. It's like, they like this. They like the front lines, they be out in the field. So now they get to be the king. It ain't like that. See, the king, stay the king. Alright? Everything stays who he is. Except for the pawns. The pawn, lead all the way down to the other dude's side. You get to be queen. Like I said, the queen ain't no bitch. She got all the moves. Right? So, I'll make it to the other end. If you catch the other dude's king and trap it, then you win. Alright, but if you make it to the end, I'm top dog. Nah, yo, it ain't like that, look. Pawn man, you in the game, then you can't grow. The other game grow. Unless they some smart ass. Yo, why y'all playing checkers with the chess at? Hey, why you give a shit?
Y'all was in Iraq together?
Yeah, we was in Iraq. We was looking for weapons of mass destruction.
Did you ever find them?
You know goddamn well we ain't fight. What are you, some kind of political jurist? You guaranteed all up in this bitch? I was in bitch, but they had that carpet shell, and I couldn't see what they looked like. All that really exposed was the eyes. That was enough for me, cause you know, see, I'm looking at the eyes be pretty, and I take that carpet off, and then I got a track. No, we ain't fine. But I always say, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of evidence.
What?
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
What?
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yeah.
So you understand the words I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known unknowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
What?
Freshwater king.
Quickly the tide turns.
I don't dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more time. Tell me if I'm putting this in right. So I just take it. The best way to do it, put it on your finger like a contact. Touch your nasal passage. Slide it around the outside. Slide it around the inside. So let me ask you a question. Why not just go license it to one of the big drug companies? Because I did that originally. I went to one of the biggest in the United States, and they told me we were actually competitors, and if they took the product, they would shelf it. Because why would they prevent it for $1 when they could treat it for $14? How much money have you put into this? We have almost $1 million into this. Where did that money come from? About $600,000 was mine. The rest was for friends and family. I'll give you $1 million. I want 30% of the company, also 10% until I recoup the money. Joe, I'll give you $2 million and the 10% royalty you asked for back to you. We're about to make you a millionaire just like that. But I have 3 offers and I'm kind of confused. I'd like to have them a little bit more clear with you. The first offer was $500,000 for 20% equity. You're still 80% owner. And my partner
There's just one thought that's going to stick in the back of your mind. There's only two sharks here that have ever sold a company for $1 billion. I'm one, Cuban's the other guy. All right? It's billions.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Small, big. Big difference. You want the $1 billion partners. Not the small fry.
I've sold billions. I've sold $1 billion worth of product and still doing it now, actually in Asia right now. So I have the offer of $1 million, 30% of the company, and the same royalty fee, but less than theirs. 10% royalty until I recoup the money.
Joe, fundamentally, first difference in the three offers is, one is to sell your whole business. My offer is $2 million for the entire business. You get a 10% royalty. You're the guy that runs it. Any interest in selling the entire business today, which is the road that I'm trying to go down.
Not for $2 million.
Would you go to $4 million?
Tell me if I'm putting this in right. So I just take it, the best way to do it, put it on your finger like a contact, touch your nasal passage, slide it around the outside, slide it around the inside.
Joe, let me ask you a question. Why not just go license it to one of the...
With my father...
Is it easy moves? Yep, boom, shut the door. Bam.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Never know.
Lord have mercy, damn. When you used to be walking around with your hair like this, you probably going through it. This was after I watched it cut. Whoa, what's happening here?
The guy.
Stepfather came into my life and he was very racist. All relative. I was the dark one in my house. And we had a station wagon and he used to sit me in the back of the station wagon. For those of you who are millennials, a station wagon is a real big
Executed with impunity. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Now see, I'm about to food for
Hideous mutation, unnatural and abhorrent.
The entire Zelda timeline explained in like 4 minutes-ish. So we start out with the 3 gods.
Exhale with your nose and mouth. Okay, try together with me. Inhale with your nose. Exhale. Close your mouth. Exhale. How can you feel like you can exhale a little bit deeper to your lower belly? Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale.
God damn.
Close your mouth. Exhale.
What is the point of this vegetation shit? Like, is it literally just there to take up a slot?
Can you feel like once you close your mouth, you breathe out?
It is immune to everything.
You can just try to, if you cannot feel this, you can try again. You can try again. Inhale with your nose. Dip your mouth. Exhale.
It's about to get messy. Let's get virtuous. Come on. Of course.
Now close your mouth. Exhale down. Everyone, when you feel deeper, you common one. The first one is you inhale with your nose, exhale with your mouth. Out. The second way is inhale with your nose and close your mouth. Exhale. Out. This is why, everyone, when we do our Qigong breathing, we need to close our mouth. Okay, close our mouth. We use our nose for the breathing. Everyone common nose. Everyone using common nose. Okay, so this is the first information. This is the first knowledge I want to share with you. If you want to let your breathing become deeper, if you want to feel more energy in your body, we need to close our mouth and use our nose for breathing. Okay, so why? Because once you close your mouth, everyone, you can see another picture. I have a lot of information to share with you. Okay, everyone, so just stay in my live stream class. I will share with you, everyone. You can see this is our energy channel. So when you inhale, the energy will go to the top of your head, this area. So breathing can use energy. Why? Because when you inhale, the energy can go to the top of the head. If some people like, why every day I'm so tiring? Why every day I'm so exhausted? This is because of your energy is not strong enough. Your energy cannot go to the top of your head to let you feel energetic. Then exhale. Exhale, we need to let the energy go down. So the energy will follow the energy channel. Exhale.
rituals. Yep.
The bulwarks of the mind have fallen. Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Bullshit. I'm glad I already did that restoration shit. Of course he dodged! Oh, shit! Let's get this going. Thank you. Oh, thank you. He's just not giving this time. I know he is immune to that shit. What the fuck is this? I gotta get back to front. We can't operate like this.
A momentary abatement.
But we gotta beat this boss. Get rid of this bleed shit. Fucking finally. We got this. Everybody just stay focused.
As life ebbs,
what the fuck are you doing?
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Oh my god. Again? Wow. And he got rid of his bleed. Holy shit. Fuck. with his his ass. Don't make this shit, y'all, but y'all gonna have to get some rest. My guy is 50 points away from a heart attack. We got this shit. We got this shit. We got this shit. Let him submerge. Chance. It's better than 0. Chance. We got this shit.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Don't do nothing silly! Get him out of there.
Masterfully executed.
This is nice.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
That wasn't even the last one.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
In those younger years, my home was a hive of unbridled hedonism. A roiling apiary where instinct and impulse were indulged with wild abandon.
What I tell you? Don't come back over here.
A bewitching predator slipped in amidst the swarm of tittering sycophants. Though outwardly urbane, I could sense in her a mocking thirst. Driven half-mad by cloying vulgarity, I plotted to rid myself of this lurking threat in a grand display of sadistic sport. But as the moment of murder drew nigh, the gibbous moon revealed her inhuman desires in all their stultifying hideousness.
Schnitzel, I'm not playing with you tonight. Go sit down.
These swarming fiends carry a pernicious plague. A sickness so virulent, so insidious. It is more a curse than a mere disease. Just as I feared. Now loosed from their brackish prison, they will spread like locusts across our land. Rarities and curios. Sold at a profit, of course.
Is that her hat in the background? It is. Oh, funny. Jesus.
Let's say not wanting to get bullied and fighting back at the last minute. Knife down 14, but I say remember, you now have tornado flips instead of screw, so it's a little bit different now, and I love it that these players are.
Yeah, launch damage doesn't seem super high.
Do you take any changes?
High crush. What is happening? Yeah, Tekken 8 is weird mid-range health kind of game. It sort of is. It's a tough game to stream. It always looks kind of rough. We need that AV1 codec, man.
You have to commit to the second hit at the very least.
How's the net code? In Tekken 8?
Has the install now? Big chunk of damage, which he had that install on the compiler, but
let's talk about something else.
Rounds straight with the law. Saint takes out Nobi's Oscar, and now Nobi's gonna have to decide between the Lars or the Fang. Which one is he gonna bring up next? I think he's gonna go for the Lars.
Am I gonna dual stream to YouTube? No, I can't do that. Contracted Twitch partners can't do that.
You can't? Why not?
What I am gonna do is learn how to dual broadcast, and the secondary broadcast be an AV1 recording. I think I'm gonna actually learn how to do that. So like what you guys watch is gonna be
the same usual stream, but I'll open up a second OBS and use an AV1 codec for that on like a 4070 or something like that. Meaning I can record that at actual 4K native.
Like, is he trolling about the Twitch thing?
Using NDI quality can be all over the place.
So as someone that's played a lot of long East Coast beta, he actually does get a follow-up after slide. You can turn around and...
Yeah, YouTube stream quality is insane now. It is.
Let's see, it's still put on the pressure. Not really, don't be breathing on with this thing.
Jesus.
Trying to punish, but Dias. Still, that's one of the new strings when it punishes is what we're saying. Shot. Making it on 1 + 4.
That's a full conversion. One of the last characters from the Yakuza series. That would be cool, but it's not happening. Last character isn't a guest character.
Damage, but he's not going to be dead yet. He's going to put Nobi into rage instead. And Nobi is still on rage. Do not forget that. But Saint still has it. It activates him.
Jesus. Dude. This heat mode was lasting literally forever.
And so just the final match poses. I love that addition to this game. Spends the heat first to try to get to the wall here. Spends the heat run, extends the combo, but gets the wall splat, but Saint tries to answer back with the hop kick. To the side, trying to control the wall here, but fires back with the DF2. Saint historically.
You haven't seen shit on this game where these mechanics? You're looking at the most mechanically deep Tekken game ever, even more than Tekken Tag 2. This game has a ton of mechanics.
Tries to get the counter hit from the down C3.
They're all here to force you to fight each other. Backdashing is worse. Sidestepping is super buff. Trying to get people to do this instead of this. You know, that's their entire goal with the game. They want you to close the gap and engage each other instead of sitting here and doing this. That's the entire point of the game. What the hell is he doing? Oh my, oh, that's what it was. Again, Tekken is taking another step. Yeah, somebody said it. Tekken is taking another step that gets it closer and closer to Virtua Fighter. I think you're safe.
Showcase. 1-1 here. Saint now having the Brian or the Jack in his pocket. I'm expecting the Brian, I think.
VF has no flashy mechanics, though. It doesn't.
Brian.
It doesn't.
And like right there, and the Jack.
But VF inherently by design forces the players to engage, and if you're not doing something, you're doing it wrong, usually in VF. VF is very, very, very much benefiting the attacker. That was the big difference, right? Was that VF was like the super offensive sort of game, and Tekken was not. Tekken was like the more defensive kind of, was the more like defensive wait with punish sort of game. But you know, you're not gonna get, every Tekken is different, man. Everyone is different. They're just trying to do something different. Yeah, Ryan recognized a freaking Wesker skin.
And here spends it on the big stop plus frames.
Come on.
Instantly Nobi. If he's willing to just wait out that heat timer if he has to, but
holy shit.
He makes the first move.
Holy shit, was that the heat engager?
First round, game 3. So it's back 1. Brian is pretty cool in Tekken 8. He has a new install. Yeah.
Oh, the heat smash?
When he gets
wait, heat engager is the beginning, right? The activation. Heat smash is when you pretty much press it again while you're in heat mode. It's the big cash out move.
And if he charges it up.
There was still a very weird thing in the betas, and from beta 1 to beta 2, where if you stuck your heat smash at the end of a combo, it did very little damage. It scaled super hard. But if you just like threw it out willy-nilly, like wild and neutral or something like that, like it was a a range drive. It was pretty good.
Yeah, this stage might look like it's infinite, but no, they're all very, very far away. He wants to maximize the damage, but unable if he comes to Mach Breaker, able to get hit and able to regain all the health that he's lost.
Let's freaking scream.
On edge, doesn't matter as he gets it.
Alright, that's good. I want to see Nova use Lars.
Let this man have a Gatling gun.
No, this isn't an infinite stage. It's not. If you do training mode at this stage, you'll quickly run into the wall. Yeah, this pretty much is beta 2. Right? Pretty much is beta 2.
Now Nobi on his final character, Lars. Nobi's Lars is scary. I think Lars in general is pretty
Yeah, I'm very curious. If you put Lars as his last, it's obvious that Lars is good. It's just that it's not like you're not going to be immediately good with him.
I'm gonna say this all day, but this outfit for Lars looks.
Okay, forward 1+2.
But he got stuffed out. There it is.
Damn. Fishy lows. Okay.
Oh, but doesn't get the counter hit and tries to get the control back.
Get fucked up as usual. Nice. 1, 2. Wow.
I think so. Yeah.
Nice. That was smart. That was a good usage.
Get in the first round. Oh, he's ready. Full release. He's ready.
No counter hit though. Yikes. Yeah, that's the problem with entry into, what was it, 3 or 4, the stomp.
And for people that might be surprised with this Lars takedown movie, in Tekken Tag 2, his team was dragging off Lars.
Yeah, but who wasn't playing Lars in Tag 2, right? He was fucking ridiculous in that game.
Now try to get control back and
Oh shit, yeah, I end up falling for gimmicks.
Trying to get cheeky with the string in the stands, but Saint was ready to just challenge him right away.
See, that's a cool one. What is it, 2-1 into stance?
Steps on it, dynamic entry. Having the dynamic entry into the stomp is so, it's so disrespectful.
Nice dog one.
Just him standing out there, I was like, I'll keep shoes you got on there.
You ever looked at Heat just being Soul Charge from Soul Calibur 6? My question is, have you looked at Heat and Soul Charge just being V-Trigger from Street Fighter V? My next question is that, have you ever looked at V-Trigger
Blight had struck the harvest again that year, and the
My other
miller
question
was
is, have you ever
desperate.
looked at Insync
He
mode
came
as
to
just
me,
being that
hat
weird
clutched
activation from Dark
tightly in
Stalker 3?
filthy fingers,
Vampire Savior.
thinking of
Anyway,
sweat
good
and
conversation.
manure.
Yes,
Seated
they all have, like,
comfortably
make me
in my
plump for a bit.
observatory, surrounded by telescopes and other delicate apparatus, I recognized his misfortune as an opportunity,
Increase, like
and I agreed to lend him my expertise.
In-sync mode, Vampire Savior stuff, all gives your character new crazy shit. It turns them into a different
What was
character.
that jump kick?
Yeah, they're all technically dragon installs. Like, your character's just installed. You don't inherently get a damage buff. X Factor's just like, oh, we just want you to make a big comeback. That was cool.
But Nobi comes right back in with dynamic entry 1, 2. He's in.
Oh my god.
He answers back from Saint. Has that Snake Eyes install. Right there. Yes, sends it right away on the empowered spring.
Get him, get him. Hit that combo. Oh no.
Oh my god, yeah, Lars combos are fucking weird, dude.
I love him.
That didn't convert? I'm confused.
Nope.
Oh, I think you're okay.
Oh, I can't wait till this comes out.
+2. Forward, what, 2-4?
It's gonna be good.
Coming out of Saint.
It's 2-2, and we are going to see the tried and true.
This is gonna be so good.
That's the best part, too.
The first
Yo, Rick, thanks for the Prime sub, dude.
So tightly contested. I might be exhausted by the end of the day.
No, it's getting tense right now. And they having so much fun. You can actually hear them like laughing and having a good time playing the game. That's a good sign already.
Jack 8.
I wonder why they didn't have the chick as the
I'd like to see how
announcer.
Lars approaches this fucking matchup. Yeah, that's about right.
It's possible.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's possible.
No, Street Fighter 6 didn't go the make you buff with an install. They didn't, because they already did that. They just made every character
Nice.
have, like, everything.
Stomp without him being on the ground? What is this game?
You know?
Take the control back, but nobody says no. Yeah, potentially good choice, just overwhelming.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right there.
Nope.
Interesting.
And when he's
Nice.
in his Gamma How 2 is a guard break.
Damn. Damn,
Look
contested.
at this shit.
Not letting Jack get started here.
Yeah, okay, this
Oh,
is
hush.
He's just preventing. Yeah, this is the game plan, man. I feel like a lot of the game plan sometimes with Lars is just, okay, just fuck him up faster.
Will nobody be able to move on?
Just hit buttons before they do.
Nice indicator there to extend the combo.
Non-stop 50-50 bullshit, hope it hits.
This is out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
G-Clap once again able to connect. Not giving him the room to take advantage of his speed.
Oh my god. Oh my god damn, that camera angle.
Lars got this.
Yep.
It doesn't matter as Nobi
So, completely knowledge check them. Lars has a lot of tricky lows out of stance, right?
I mean, I'm surprised.
Do you have any advice on learning Tekken? I've never even really learned a whole Tekken. You just have to play a lot, man.
Yep. Get your ass in there and get in the training room.
Actively see what you're doing and then analyze like your gameplay.
Not really. They didn't really give.
And you have to like make changes during sets.
This weekend as well. He did not give any hesitation on his decisions. Just kept it in your face, like range zero at all times.
No, it's one of those things that like you really see. That's kind of like a matchup thing, right? Lars is known for like keeping it close, and if you give him that space where he can kind of like abuse his quick lows and his stance, his dynamic entry, you're really gonna get like kind of overwhelmed, right? And Jack has historically had a harder time dealing with that kind of pressure. Anyway, I mean, obviously he has like his normal moves and stuff like that to kind of.
Yeah, you can tell people just to go to the lab, but you have to understand people don't know how to utilize training mode in an effective way. You know, people don't understand like if I'm going to the lab for something and I want to figure something out. People don't understand why this was beating it, you know, and to come to those conclusions, it's like giving people an algebra equation when they just know how to do like subtraction and addition. They're like, what the fuck? They need to eventually where there's the familiarity to get to that point. If you're at a point where it's like, how do I get better at Tekken? I usually say if somebody has the question, hey, this looks cool, how do I get better at this? So what information are you able to get from that? Well, they have a very remedial understanding of the game, right? They have very little understanding, so telling them just like hit up the lab and practice that combo, they don't even know what the fuck that means, man. They don't. So at that point, what's the most valuable thing you can do? You need to essentially just play the game a whole bunch to figure out if you like it, right? Because you're at a point where you'd like to be good at it, but you don't even know if you enjoy the game or not. And if there's enough enjoyment to be had from it, then yeah, start seeking out specific things.
Continue the onslaught.
That's what everybody does in the
Destroy
story.
them
Like figure out, oh, I'm losing to this character. Maybe you should go fight people that play that character a whole bunch. Like there is a huge jump, right? And that's like you're starting off at the 10%. That shit's at like 50%, man.
It's just like
so. Just telling people to jump into the lab, they don't even know how to utilize the tools the game gives them. You know, most people just won't understand it. They need to figure out first if they even like the game. Yeah, goals battles. And Tekken 8 is going to give you more resources to get better at Tekken than it ever has, and there's a reason for that. It's arguably one of the hardest fighting games to learn. Like, there's just so much information in Tekken that it's fucking insane. Like, even coming up
Another
with a game
abomination
plan is hard.
cleansed from our lands.
That isn't just smashing buttons, right? But here's my argument of why that's a good thing, as I apologize for talking over this stuff. Why that's a good thing is because you can feel yourself getting better. You don't max out the game super fast. You feel like small increments. I got better at this today. I got better at that today. I got better at this today. To me, I love that feeling.
With the other two characters, at the end, I want to track players up. It was such a bad joking the character, but he was like, yeah, I haven't really played too much ball or Brian, but I didn't expect me with those two then, Jam.
I will say it was very entertaining, so I do want to ask you one last question. Before we let you go, do you have a message for the community, anything that you want to say to the Tekken fans that are watching?
But yeah, in Tekken 7, and I was saying this when we were jumping on and just like learning it 7 years into the game.
Their formation is
I was getting my
broken.
ass kicked, but I felt myself
Maintain
getting
defensive.
better. I was like, oh yeah, now I know how to do this. Now I know how to block against that. Now I know how to sidestep that. Okay. Now I know where to duck this. Now I know where to do that. Like those little increases feel good, man. Here's an even bigger problem with fighting games that are simple. You kind of like max out the game. You feel like you can like max out a fighting game super fast, and you're like, oh, I learned all the combos, I got all this stuff cool, because everything's super easy in this. And then you don't know how to get better. And you just start getting killed by people that have way more patience in like legacy skill fundamental stuff that'll just like keep them grounded against the players. They just wait for you to fuck up. And that stuff takes a long
Confidence
time to
surges
learn, right?
as the enemy
It'd be
crumbles.
better if you just learned that progressively through playing the game instead of just being like, oh, well, now I have to work on my patience. Now I really specifically have to work on this part, right?
It's Steve's Explain It. We're gonna start with Claudio, and we have 20 seconds. I have 20 seconds to talk about Claudio. Oh, you already started? Alright, Claudio, one of the archers of Sirius, was introduced in Tekken 7. It was actually contacted by Heihachi and the Mishima Zaibatsu because it wanted to capture and trap the Devil Gene. They know that they're
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
has been controlling the European infrastructure for 4 years, and I actually thought Claudio was a bad guy. But he's really not, and he has his own kind of motivations to stand alive in Tekken 7. And this is a Tekken 8 thing. Who done out? And that's Steve's Explain It.
All right, Steve. I learned a lot in that short 30 seconds thing. You see right here.
I learned a lot. So anyway, that's the reason why Tekken is so much fun. Tekken 7 inherently, and especially Tekken 7, is inherently a game where you feel your incremental increases, and it feels really good, man. Like even as somebody that like has played these games over like many years and never just really committed to any single one of them, it just feels good to just get slowly better.
It's time to go to the next ladder match. Our Tekken 7 champion coming up will be
Back to the pit.
This is grand finals of Tekken 7. JCR, he's gotta be the single best player on the planet. I was saying it coming into this tournament.
Yeah, it's a grind. No, don't get me wrong. It's 100% a grind. But the best kind of grind is the one you don't realize you're grinding. And why are things considered grinds, chat? Because you know what to do. You know exactly how this works. You know
Executed
exactly
with
the outcome.
impunity.
It's completely controlled, and you just repeat it over and over and over again. It's a drag.
Of course.
Completely a drag.
Of course. Hey,
If that's not the case, and new things are being presented to you, and you're getting better, and like the repetition doesn't feel like it's nothing but repetition, then it's not a grind anymore. You're just having fun. Yeah, every opponent in Tekken's different. Yeah, you'll just get blindsided by some dude doing some random shit.
Make some noise for JDCR, one of our evil Tekken champions. Gracing the Tekken presence. Now, excuse me. Now, I have a couple of questions before you sit down and you get to play Nomi. One of my first questions for you. You believe Heihachi Mishima is actually dead?
I don't believe because he is a symbol of the Tekken series, right? I don't believe it.
Damn, because he's alright. It's like pretty good.
Next question. I would like to know how does it feel now that Tekken 7 is ended and Tekken 8 is the next game for you?
Tekken 7, the 90 God, Tekken 8.
He streams in English? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to I mean, there are so many content like movie content, have like customized, right? I mean, I think it's we can innovate with different American content, right?
She's gonna keep missing. I gotta keep moving.
I like that. Looking forward to Tekken 8. Like everybody else says, you're going to be going up against somebody who may just take out one of his players.
I mean, considering the mindset of Tekken movement, it looks random to me. Understand, like, Tekken movement is limited, right? You You can't move very much in Tekken. The reason why you see backdashing so much in the previous games is because you're trying to get out of range of an attack to punish that attack on its recovery. So that you just want them to go, whoa, for the punch to go right here, and for you to smack the shit out of them to get out of range of it. But since it's a 3D game, you know, you have sidestep left and sidestep right as well. The whole gimmick is that you have to learn which moves are sidesteppable. Attacks are linear, meaning that they just go straight. Other attacks are not linear. They cover, like, the horizontal distance, right? So you need to, that's a game familiarity thing. Learning when you have an opportunity to move left, move right, and when it's best to go backwards, much less forwards even. It looks random, I get you. It looks like weird and stuttery and random, but it's very calculated. And I genuinely disagree if, like, somebody's like, I'm new to Tekken, what should I practice? If people tell you to practice movement, no. That's assuming you have a huge understanding of the game already. Like, the last thing you should be doing is randomly sidestepping. The last thing you should be doing is randomly sidestepping. Don't do that, man. I'm not even at a point where I'm comfortable with sidestepping certain shit.
I'm excited now. And they're gonna throw like some wild card all of a sudden. And we're about to get our games coming up for you guys. Dopey versus JDC, or let's get it. Who are we gonna see?
Their cursed champion falls.
Bring out the ball here. Might see Nobi keeps going.
Oh, that outfit. What is that outfit, man? And people look at, like, granted, what's the most appealing thing of a Tekken? Just from, like, I want to get better at that because that looks so cool. It's fucking Mishimas, dude. It's seeing Mishimas do electrics and shit. Why do I know that? Because I was one of them, man. And all it did was just stifle my ability to enjoy the game because it presented me with a huge executional barrier of shit that's crazy hard. That, you know, no, that's not the fucking, that was preventing me from enjoying Tekken. Oh shit. I started enjoying the game way more when I started playing other characters.
She immediately ends off with the death fist. Fancy counter hit into the Devilman. Let's do it again. I like using the heat burst now. All that recoverable health, and he wants me to heat the try and not give him a chance to get it back. Once again,
they're fun. No, don't get me wrong. It's fun as fuck. Hitting a bitch with an electric on a punish or some shit, Jesus Christ, it's like one of the best feelings in fighting games. I get you. It's addictive. But imagine you just picked Paul. Imagine you played Paul Phoenix, and you were doing the same damage with way less effort. Imagine that.
Yeah, Paul was like silly easy.
Paul Phoenix. Paul Phoenix. I should fucking play Paul is what I should do. Jesus Christ.
No.
Jenna, why do you think I played Noctis? Like, why do you think I played him? I liked him so much. Because his gameplay was super straightforward. In an aggressively really difficult game, he had flashy looking gameplay and a really straightforward game plan. It was fun. It was like, oh, okay, cool. Jin is way more approachable now than he was before. Jin is significantly easier to play than he was before.
Eradicated.
I'm definitely playing Vincent, yeah, for sure. I'm honestly, like, initially eyeballing Vincent, Lars, Jin, and I might actually just try Paul. Oh, Victor. Did I say Vincent? Victor. You got FF7 on the brain. What is that outfit, dude?
Alright, first time today we're gonna be seeing the Sanctum stage. This stage is sick. I love this stage so much. I love it. It's just, hey, here's a wall break. Here's another wall break. Yeah, like little, I don't even know, are those fireflies? Are those like will-o-wisp spirits? It's just like, just them fluttering around. See, trying. That
CR. Two. Nice punish there. Jacker trying to get him grab to a one. Gets denied dead at top of the down. 4-2 by no means. Tries to get some more.
Yeah, Paul's down 4-2. Counter hit launcher only. Jeez.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
It's a normal hit launcher? Wow. He has an old school down 4-2. Holy shit.
Similar to how it was saying he's trying to smother this train and not give him a chance. It's a
high, it doesn't launch crouchers, it's not a mid. Okay. Goddamn, you can hold 50%. Wait, is it a mid? It's a mid that just doesn't launch crouching. Oh, how weird is that? And Paul's a really good character for this game because it feels like the mechanics benefit the shit out of him. Right? Like his heat engager shit, it is like, that shit's fucking crazy, man. You get so much damage and they're like 50-50s. It's like, fuck, dude, this is crazy. Yeah, he technically can make Death Fist fucking
impressive.
Can he run after Death Fist? Such a sick costume. There it is. Dude, 2 actions. Fish did 2 actions. You just held the bar.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Damn.
Obliterated. Inspiration and improvement.
He gets Demo Man after that one.
Nice down back to indicate yeah, no launcher here. And if we can turn it over, get for it. I'm gonna talk to all of them.
Bink. Oh, it's too shallow. Alright. We're gonna see some shit. I don't see some shit with Raven, that's for sure. I wanna see what this shit looks like.
Is he gonna do the clone or is he just gonna do the other one and try to pressure him?
Annihilated.
God damn.
Dance around a little bit and we're gonna get the heat and
Oh, that's some shift.
right back. Even game now because of that. Fighting his way out. Down 1 and Pixel and a dream.
Oh, that was such a good one punish, my god.
Raven is second A. It's the that you saw as well. JCR saying that stance that Raven has.
Begone, fiend.
At least you did something productive.
Like I said, he can go to Soul Zone X and he's got so many attacks out of that high mid low that he can go so just like his low kickers as well. He's got a homing move out of there.
There's a lot of options from Soul Zone, and especially if he puts Soul Zone into heat, it gets even threatening.
Now the Lars coming.
Yeah.
suit. G-Clap and able to activate out of it. 3. That one is plus, but nice. Just up the low, hits the low parry. Who's gonna screw it up? Down doesn't matter. Feel the patience there. Strings of force, man. That's no mean from the score.
Decimated.
What the hell?
That is 100% shit that was happening with me constantly with this character. Weird Lars off-axis shit. That might do a lot.
Masterfully executed.
Just like that, if you want to use heat, they want to go up. What the pass it?
They missed close edge shit. Nice. Generic down for it.
Showcase.
Such an entertaining set of showcase of that to characters in this game. I really like the fact that they get to be characters and kind of show off with, and like even to see it, be something odd. The Raven going up is actually probably one of my favorite things about they have today. I can't wait to see what other characters they're actually going to pull out and what they're going to be able to do with them.
The ground quakes.
Raven? Is that way for real right now? No, it acts like that didn't happen. They got back to one to the stand. Going out and still being
give me a second, chat. I'm gonna go grab something to eat really quick. I'll be right back.
Let's see it more.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yes, absolutely. Don't do anything. We'll check out the first one. Yes, it's really cool to see like how this went down. So it's 3-1. Right there. First two characters. The Jack didn't work out for him, but obviously once we got down to the end of that race, like you said, one of the characters he's very good. I know he's swapping out the options in the previous game for the Jack instead. It did so much work out on these first two games, and then basically nobody had a great character to try to figure out this Raven against, and it worked out.
That's a feels good moment right there. These players are absolutely having the time of their lives.
You're talking about the quicksand, and then he gets the sands into the like this
case I have JD's Europe, but unfortunately you will be done for the competition. Talk to me, how did you feel about that matchup?
My take is and then yeah, actually it was really we went quick test, but beautiful experience.
Well, I'm glad that you had fun. It was nice to see your reunion with your old main character, Raven. I gotta ask you again, do you have a message then for the Tekken fans as you go into Tekken 8? Is there anything that you want to say to the fans that are watching at home?
It is so much different than you can say that.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Let's watch them.
Another one falls.
I think that we strategies depends on the players. So it's gonna be interesting. Tekken.
I agree, and I look forward to watching you in Tekken 8. But of course, we are going to go ahead and end our interview here, and we're going to go back to Mr. Tasty Steve for some more Steve Slated.
A devastating blow.
This time, Steve Slated, we're talking about Yoshimitsu, one of the OGs for quite some time. Let's start it. Yoshimitsu came into the game as what it said in my manual. He's a space ninja. Now, of course, he has been in every game since then outside of Tekken Revolution, but he's part of the Magic Party, which actually does these as kind of heists. Still, these kids, they've actually robbed the side bottom like 8 times. Yoshimitsu never goes through trials and tribulations, though, because he's got a sword that's obviously trying to take him over, that takes out the ill will spirits that he's currently taking down as a good guy, and he knows Dr. Boskanovich, and it's Steve Slated.
Alright, thanks for that, Steve. I learned a lot about Tekken. I didn't know you were so informed on the whole Tekken series.
I feel like it's my job to be. I'm gonna tell you right now, I went in and did even more research this time around. Man,
Yo, the accuracy is kind of baffling. Fuck this. Get out of here.
As victories mount, so too will resistance. I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
They literally just talk about stuff that entire time. Legit question. Three full meters. It's very rare that we get to see that nice wall up there. 3-3 down, 4-1 into the follow combo. Yep. Into the shoulder.
Let me save this. Baby girl, let's go outside before this meeting. You said what? No, baby girl. When she said 9:30, she meant for her standard time. We got 30 minutes, according to this link that I was looking at. Schnitzel! Oh my goodness.
Make some noise for this chicken. Make some noise for that steak. He has everybody, everywhere he goes to make noise. That's what he does. He just can't help it. Make some noise! Professional noise maker.
Let me save this.
Make some noise for Jesus.